Okay. Okay. Oof. I am tired today, boys. Ooh, what the fuck is that? What do I want to do today? What do I want to? I don't know. Let me look at stuff. Boop. 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 Oh. Top 5 taverns. Top 5 taverns. Top 5 taverns. Hold on. Give me a sec. St. John's Tavern, obviously. Everside Tavern, probably. Tavernity? You ever heard of Tavernity? Bovine Sex Club. What the fuck? Whoa, dude. Yo, Toronto's got some zesty taverns, dude. Look at that. The Horseshoe Tavern. I saw this place the other day. I didn't go inside, obviously. What's your favorite Fortnite emote to hit after successfully visiting the local tavern? Oh my god. Oh my god. Let me think for a second here. Give me a second to think here. I'm forgetting Fortnite emotes entirely right now, dude. Just give me one quick second. Uh Maybe this one? I don't know if you know this one. This one's kind of niche. This one? or of course, Orange Justice. Orange Justice goes kind of hard. Let's not lie to ourselves. Orange Justice fucking slaps, dude. Yeah, what about you though? What happened to that challenge where you win every mode in Fortnite? That challenge died with Fortnite, to be honest. Fortnite's a dead game. I don't want to waste my time with that dog shit ass game, dude. The fuck? What the fuck? No, yeah, dead game. Uh What's your favorite tavern? If you don't mind me asking. God, today was a long fucking day. I am so tired. Playables? Oh my god. I do mind you asking. Oh, my bad, broski. My bad. I didn't know it was that serious. I apologize. Fuck you. Oh, Jace, what's up? Why is Jace still a mod? You should get some people in this stream and play Gartic phone with everyone. What people? It's you and one other guy here. The fuck are we gonna do? I wanted to have a game set up and ready, but I didn't have time. I was away all weekend. I went to my friend's farm, like 2 hours away. It was sick until we came home and got caught up in the biggest fucking snowstorm I've ever seen in my life. Uh, and then I've just been busy doing schoolwork, so I haven't had time. I realized I don't think I have a single video game on my computer that is like updated that doesn't need an update. So I can't do that right now. So today's gonna be another shitty ass stream. You always stream whenever I'm working. Or, and I want you to take this, I want you to, really sort of like take this in, absorb this, and contemplate. Maybe you're always working when I'm going fucking live. And you got to decide, Jace, what is more important? Your job, money, your future, or your love, or your happiness? You know what I'm saying? Do Gartic phone? It is a free browser game? No, fuck that. Pay me $20 an hour and I'll quit my job? I'll pay you 20 pesos an hour, my guy. 20 pesos an hour for you to quit your job right now. But you have to film it. You have to film yourself doing it. You gotta call your dog. You gotta call your boss a Doofenshmirtz. This stream already fell off. Like your hairline. Fuck. No, I had a long weekend, okay? Like I said, I went to my friend's farm, me and a few buddies, we went there. Really, now that I think back, did fuck all. We drank, cleared his driveway because it was like you have to drive up to the house. It's on like a big ass property up in the middle of butt fucking nowhere. And when we got there, this was before the massive snowstorm. The snow was this thick, and no one had done his driveway. No one had plowed his driveway, so we rammed through with his truck, and then had to spend a whole fuck tons of time cleaning his driveway, which is cool. I'm not complaining. It was good. I was drunk. I'll do anything when I'm drunk. But it was the most chill weekend. We literally did fuck all, and then I got the best buffet of my life. There's this random buffet restaurant that's run by the Mennonite community out there. And the food was incredible. You should just shave all your hair off and show your dome. We'd be here for a while if I had to shave all my dome hair, dude. This would be a 24-hour stream. Hey, Doug, sorry, man. But my childhood streamer, don't call me that. I'm not that. Said if I quit right now, I can get 20 pesos an hour. See you, G. Yeah, dude. And I was like talking about Bolivian pesos, not Mexican pesos. So I feel like that's an even better deal, especially if you want to move to Bolivia. Ugh. All right, brother. What's up with you guys though, Jace? What's up with you? Where do you even work? What job of this is so important that you can't fucking come to my streams, dude? You're training someone at work right now? Well, what better training can someone receive than the life lessons that I provide in this stream? I can train that person better than you can, and I don't even know what the job is. What sucks is they're kind of stupid, so it's reflecting poor off of me. Yeah, blame the stupid person for your own stupidity, Jace. Okay? Clearly, you're just bad at training people, and this dipshit, you're giving him no hope, you know what I mean? Like, you can't have a dumbass train a dumbass. Maybe you can. Maybe the two dumbasses cancel out. I don't know. Anyways. What else did I get up to? Hey man, I got promoted in 6 months of working there because they thought I was good, so clearly I'm kind of smart. What do you do? What do you do? I'll be the judge of that. Dude, I'll unpromote your ass right now. I'll send Andy over there to go fucking to go call in a bomb threat and say it was you. Dude, stop. Don't say that. I forgot what I said. I wasn't the bomb threat though. What did I say before the bomb threat? Andy will do anything for me. He's crazy. No, I'd love that. All right, I got you, bro. I got you. Just give me the Addy, bro. Give me the Addy, and I'll do the rest. What else are you getting up to, Jace? What do you do these days? Are you like, you're like in high school or something like that? You still in high school or something? I was benching today and trying to hit my max, and I got a cramp in my leg. Yeah, dude, I hate when that happens. I always get cramps in my third leg. Bro, I'm a junior in college. Yeah, you're junior, all right, buddy. Jace Jr., that's for sure. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Guy thinks he's old because he's a junior in college. Get the fuck out of here. What are you benching, though? What's your max bench? I bet mine is more. I would be. I'm doing Fire Academy. Bro, what the fuck is Fire Academy? Oh, is that like to be like a firefighter? 185? 185 max and you shit yourself? Oh no, leg cramp. Leg cramp, sorry. Sorry. To be a firefighter, yeah? So you want, hold on, you want to be a firefighter but you're only benching 185? Buddy, there are dogs that weigh more than that. The fuck you gonna do? You can't even bench 185 without pissing your pants, and you think you're gonna be able to save a cat in a tree? Dude, I am tailored to run. Yeah, run away from your problems like benching more than 185. I'm just kidding, bro. I can't even bench 185. I only bench. This is funny, actually, because I just go to the gym by myself or with my girlfriend, but she refuses to adequately spot me on bench. So I only bench 135 for just reps for how many I can do. And then I have to always leave a little bit left in the tank. Because I never want to, like, I've gone higher. I've gone to like 150 before. But I'm always like, I don't have anyone spotting me because my girlfriend just refuses to she'll just stand there. She's like, no, I don't trust myself. To what? Save? You wouldn't save me? Anyways. So, you benching more than me. That's good enough. I kind of do that as well. I'm kind of a puss, but my friend was spotting me today. Yeah, if I had a friend, then I'd probably bench more, but fuck it, whatever. I don't have friends. You guys are my friends. What was I saying though? I don't even squat, dude. I can't squat. My knees. I have such bad knees that squatting has been really hard for me recently. I was doing like hack squats and shit, but because it's like, it's more of a like structured path, I guess. Like it's a machine, but fucked up my knees. Hunk! Dude, I know you're not calling me Hunk right now. I have a bad right knee, but I've been doing PT and it feels a lot better now. For me, it's really my left knee. And I think it's fucked from just like all the years of soccer. And then I also don't have a meniscus in that knee. So it's just really bad. So I haven't been squatting as much, but I also am weak. So I don't squat a lot anyways. But I can run. I actually, Jace, signed up for a marathon today. Now the marathon is in October, but I signed up for it today. Now the only reason I signed up for it is because my other friend signed up for it, and I didn't want to look like a bitch because I'm known as the guy who runs, even though I don't run anymore. So I was like, fuck, okay, now I have to. What's up, Rachel? How's it going? I'm just telling everyone how I am signed up to run the Toronto Waterfront Marathon. Dude, I have to do an 8-mile ruck, and I really don't wanna. 8 miles? That's like nothing, dude. That's like not even a half marathon, dude. I'm gonna run way more than that. Yeah, I literally, I've been telling myself, oh, I'm gonna run a marathon for so long, and I just never did it because I didn't want to commit to doing it. And then my friend, his girlfriend signed up for the marathon or some shit, right? And then she didn't want to train by herself, so she got him to sign up for it. And then he didn't want to train with her solely because she's going to be too slow for him. So he got our other friend to sign up. Because the whole time I was just kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to do it. And so now I am, to not look like a bitch, am now also signed up. So now I have peer pressured my way into running a marathon in October. I bet the course is beautiful. I mean, it's just downtown Toronto. It's like, it's whatever, I guess. I don't know. It's going to be in October too, so it's going to be cold. So it actually is probably going to suck, but whatever. But I suck at running. So I used to be so good at running because obviously I played soccer at a high level every fucking day, but also like I was a top cross country runner, track runner. Like I was running sub 20K, 20-minute 5Ks. I finished 8th in grade 9. I was like top 10 in Toronto for cross country. Finished 10th in the city final. No, I finished 8th in the city finals. I was that guy. Now I am not that guy. I whatever that guy was, I am the opposite of that. Rate my glaze 1 to 10. Jay Rudo being on the course is what makes it beautiful. Oh, that's like a 7 glaze, dude. That's like a chocolate glazed donut. You know what I mean? Like a solid 7 out of 10, right? Like if you're never like, oh, that's the best donut there, right? It's never like your first choice. But if you got a chocolate glaze, you're not complaining, right? And if you're getting this, calling me beautiful, that's always going to be a minimum 7. But let me see if I can find my old times. It's a lot of soccer shit. Oh my god, what? Dude! I'm on Transfer Market. Whoa! What? No way. Oh my god, it even has my like TFC Academy and shit. Although I joined U of T before that, but still. Whoa. Do I have a value? No. That's cool though. What the fuck? This is like every soccer player in the world is on this thing, like professional player. I didn't know I was on it. That's cool. Yeah, but you said it was waterfront view on the Lake Ontario. Sounds cool. You know what? Yeah, no, it's nice. It's nice, but it's windy as shit. So, uh, let me see if these come up. Oh wait, what was this? Oh, that's the senior boys now. I know senior. Senior girl, no. Dude, I just ate like half a pound of tuna. Oh, dude, that's gross. I can't eat tuna. I can only eat tuna if it's like in sushi. Like a can of tuna, I'd rather die. Hey man, it's like a Toyota Corolla always gonna start up. I made tuna salad sandwiches. Yeah, no, absolutely not. That's an absolute no-go for me, dude. Oh, yeah, here I am. Oh, dude, I used to run so fast, man. What the fuck? Holy shit. Oh my god, what has happened to me? Okay, wait, where am I? Okay, I'm right here. This was in grade 9. I was 13 years old. 14, 15, 16. I was 14 years old, I think. 13 or 14 or something like that. This was the OFSA finals, so the Ontario finals for cross country. So like that would be like a state final or whatever. And I ran 5.2 kilometers in 20 minutes and 10 seconds at a 3:58. Oh my God, 3:53 pace. And I remember specifically, I had a bad run because it was snowing. It was in this. They had the OFSA finals in Sudbury, which is a 4-hour drive from Toronto, in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. And I was the only guy from my school who qualified for OFSA, so I couldn't like room with like people that went to my school or my teammates. I had to room with just randos, and they had 5 people in a room with 2 beds. And I was rooming with all guys who were like in grade 12, who I'd never met any of them. They all went to different schools and stuff like that. So super awkward. I did not get a good sleep. I remember that for sure. And then the course was so bad. It was muddy as shit. It was hilly as shit. And I ran that fast? The fuck? Dude, I might have been the guy back then. I was all county for cross country in high school. Just don't ask how many people were in the county. Oh, now we gotta ask. I got sushi from the grocery store in the new town I live in, and it was the worst I've ever had by far. You can't get grocery store sushi, dude. That'll kill you. I remember this story, and this is why I only eat sushi at pristine restaurants that do all you can eat, and it's like $30. But I remember I read this story, this news story about some guy who lived in Japan who kept eating like sushi from like 7-Eleven, and he developed like the longest tapeworm in recorded history from eating this sushi every day, and I almost gave up eating sushi entirely. Holy shit, dude. Well, how fast did I run then? Can I get my stats for the city? Oh, dude. Wait, what? The fuck is this? Oh, dude. Oh, I was running, bro. I was running. Holy shit. Look at this one. This was from our regionals. I ran 4.8K in seconds. Holy shit. I was actually good, dude. I was a decent Malvern. Oh my God, I remember that school. Fuck those kids. Leaside, yo, Leaside were the biggest pussies, bro. Northern, never mind. My brother went to Northern. Those are the biggest pussies. No, never mind. LP kids are the biggest pussoirs for sure. I'm trying to see if like I can even remember anyone's name now. Thoughts on me calling in sick to go snowboarding tomorrow and leaving my trainee with someone random? Yeah, that sounds, I mean, he sounds like a dipshit anyways. Why would you want to deal with him? Dude, that's pretty sick though. Imagine having a homie inside of you helping you cut weight. Yeah, a little homie eating all of your nutrients. Where was the city finals though? I haven't not looked at this stuff, I don't think, ever. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this was it. Oh, I ran slower than me. This is when I finished 8th in the city. 18-18 and 480. That, I remember I was thinking I was top shit after that. Oh, I remember this kid. This kid had like this big ass bushy curly blonde hair. And I kept always being like, how does he run? How does he run with all that fucking, that bush on his head? Wilson Braun. Oh, I remember this kid too. Will, dude, this kid. Oh, yeah, that kid was a good runner. Oh, and this kid. I remember this kid too. Pussy went to Lee's side. Yeah, that was me. Those were my glory days. Sorry. Jacob, get a job, please. We are 27. Jerry, you go to NYU. You're friends with Donald Trump's son. Jerry, you're literally a bridesmaid. You're literally a bridesmaid. Don't talk to me. Wow, 27, looking back at it, at when you were 13, this is kind of rich. I'm 26 still, okay? Jerry's got an early birthday. I'm 26. Looking back on the glory days. Jerry, I'm gonna call your ass right now, bitch. I'm gonna call your ass right now. Where the fuck you at, Jerry? Whatever gets you up, King. Bro, I'm not. Shut up. Where's Jerry? I'm gonna call his bitch ass right now. Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember. Fuck you, Jerry. What was your. Jerry! Jerry, what was your fucking Discord name again? I can't remember. It's like Hung Zong or something. Wait, I can just go here. Wait. I'm at school? I know you're not in class right now. It's 7 o'clock. Okay, I can't find him. Some of us have real work to do. Like, manage daddy's properties. Is that one of them? Manage papa's properties. Oh, papa. The tenants haven't paid the rent this month, papa. That's Jerry, by the way, guys. He's a fucking landlord. Oh, the worst. It's disgusting. Are you still trying to make it as a YouTuber, Jay? Or is this just something you want to do when you're bored? Yeah, just something I want to do when I'm bored. I don't have time. Although I am working on I'm gonna try to this week finish a vlog of my trip to Peru that I went on in 2024. I basically had the whole thing done, or not the whole thing done, but I had a good chunk of it edited. But then like the file was so large that when I was trying to edit it, my Premiere Pro just kept crashing, and so I just haven't touched it for like 2.5 weeks. So I got to get back to that. But yeah, so it's gonna be like an hour vlog of my 2-week trip to Peru. Quit school and just lock in on the YouTube grind? Oh, bro, I'm already in it too deep. I'm already a semester in. I only got one more. Well, I'm probably gonna end up doing another course part time because but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably have a lot more time over the summer because over the summer I'm supposed to write my research paper. But they still pay you. Like, I get paid to go to school, so I get a funding package. So I still get my funding package for that, so I don't know, we'll see. This is like your 12th year of school, bro? Well, no. First of all, fuck you. You've at least done 12 years of school. We all have, dickhead. But it is up there. It is getting up there. He's planning on going to school for the rest of his life so he doesn't have to get a job and don't have to pay my student loans. Fuck you. I don't have student loans. I should be clear on that. That was a joke. Bro is pushing 30 and still in college? It's graduate school. You have 30-year-olds in graduate school. I got at least 7 people in my program that are over 50. Jerry, don't make friends with him. Don't make friends with him. You two together is a really bad combo. Dude, the 50-year-olds came back. You've been in it. Yeah, because they came back because they want to be like me, dude. They came back going, shit, I wish I got this when I was your age. So I'm doing it now so I don't have to go back when I'm 50. I don't have to have a whole shitty-ass career, put my kids through college, and then go, fuck, now I'm going to do something with my life. I'm doing it now. Do I like what I'm doing? No. Do I know any future paths? Do I have any fucking job opportunities coming from this? Probably not. But it's better than doing it now. Better do it now than later. Jerry, you and my girlfriend are both bridesmaids. You are a bridesmaid. Don't talk shit. And work 70-hour weeks? You know I'm lazy, bro. I'm not being a plumber working 90-hour weeks, bro. I got soft hands. Soft hands. I'm not 32. What are your plans career-wise? Get a job, make a shit ton of money, fucking flex on the hose. No, probably working like try to get a degree, try to get a job that has something to do with the degree I'm getting. So probably work in like politics, probably public policy or something like that. That is what I would like to do. Although I'm mainly just focusing on trying to graduate and get my research done, get my paper done. If it's good enough, try to get it published. But other than that, yeah. He has no plans except go to college forever. It's called university here, brother. His plans? You've got soft hands, brother. His plans are you live with his parents till he is 60, then they die, and he inherits everything. Okay, first of all, I live in my grandmother's house. Second of all, that is literally the Italian dream. Every Italian does that. Bro's gonna be a campaign aide for Poilievre. Join the winning team. If you think Poilievre's gonna have a fucking job in the next 3 years, you're a funny guy. Technically, my parents are also in college. That is true. That is true. Technically, they go to college. Dude, are you serious? What do you mean? Am I serious about what? Give us the lore on your parents. They're professors. So, technically, they're there. Like my mom is at the university right now teaching. Well, she's done now, but today. She's not in class. Well, technically she's in class. She's not attending. Technically she's attending class. She's not enrolled in classes though. Why do you live with your grandma though? I've told you so much about me. I want to know about you. Because I live in one of the most expensive cities in the world. It's so expensive that you can't own a home. So, as the Italian community does, we live with our mom. I live with my mom. My mom lives with her mom. Because you're coddled by mama and papa? No, it's because I want to get a better degree. Because I was dumb and went to school and was like, I'm just gonna play soccer, and then didn't properly pick a good good degree. So now I need a better one. And also, I spent a year trying to find a job, and the job market's so bad that they're not hiring anyone, especially people with philosophy degrees. So that's why I'm going back. I also should note that you guys, like, I have a funding package from the school, right? Like, the school pays me to go, right? Like, I am making money going to school. So it's not like I'm like fucking losing money here. I'm making money to go. So I don't appreciate your fucking attitude here, Jace. Okay? Some of us actually want to do something with our lives, except for fucking, I don't know, go do like a swimsuit model fucking sexy calendar shoot or something like that. What do firefighters even do? Let's be real. Why don't you just move to somewhere not expensive? Because the only places that are not expensive in Ontario are in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. And I go to school in Toronto. and Toronto's the greatest city in the world in the summertime. So I want to be here. All my friends are here. My family lives here. Move to Alberta, buddy. I would rather chop my left nut. No, actually, I would rather chop my left nut than move to Alberta. Yeah. I'd love to move to Vancouver, but it's actually like more unaffordable than Toronto. That's rough, bro. Maybe you should have just stuck it through and became a Fortnite pro. Why do you gotta? I know! I should have! I was good enough! Have you seen that TikTok guy that compares Canadian real estate to European castles in price? Yes, I have. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. You could buy a fucking 95 fucking room castle with 17 bathrooms, and the equivalent to that in Toronto is a literal rundown shack, abandoned shack. It's insane. Insane. Probably. You're going to make like 12 Canadian dollars a year working for the NDP. The NDP is sinking ship and probably won't exist in 5 years. No, we're about to have a leadership race. I actually just became a member of the NDP so I can vote in the leadership race. So, we're going to be on the up. I'm going to Vancouver for the first time in June. Puss. Have fun. In June? Have fun, dude. Wait, when does the World Cup start? Because it's going to be fucking expensive. Save people from fires? Yo, Jace, let's be real. You're not saving anyone from fires, bro. People are going to look at you. They're going to be in the fire burning. They're going to be, oh my God, please someone save me. Please someone save me. Then you're going to show up and they're going to be like, I'm good. Just let me perish. Let me perish in the flames, dude. I don't want the fucking cheese touch, dude. Like, you look like you have the cheese touch, dude. From Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Dude, what the heck? I'm handsome? Nah, dude, you got the cheese touch. Nah, you were right. I don't think any leader could be worse than Jagmeet Singh in terms of leading. So, we're going to be on the up and up. Anyway, polls already show that we would be up to like 12. Polls show that we would be from like 7 seats to 12 federally, which means we would have party status again. That's big, dude. That's big. Yeah, no, dude, Canada is fucked. Toronto is so fucked. But like, what am I gonna do? Go live in a city that doesn't have good shawarma? Are you crazy? Why would I do that? Why would I torture myself like that? So like, should I call out tomorrow? Yes! Obviously! Go snowboarding, dude! In 3 years, we're not gonna have snow anymore. Because of global warming and shit. Not even minority government? Damn, bro, you're such a fucking hater. God damn. No idea about any of these Canadian politics. And the NDP is like the left. It's like the left-leaning party. And the last election we had in last year, they tanked so hard. They lost so many seats that they don't even have official party status. They had so few seats that they're not even officially a party in our parliament right now. Like, they went from like 35 seats to like 7. It's so bad. So the leader of the party had to resign, so we're voting for a new party leader in March. But they're like, that's like the squad, like, you know, the squad, right? Like like the very left, like, you know, the AOCs, the Mamdani, even like that would be like who would be in sort of taking up the NDP, like Ro Khanna, AOC, fucking Rashida Tlaib, like those would be the people that would be like part of the NDP in Canadian politics. Bro, our age gap is crazy. Like, there's a chance you could be my mother, actually. That would be a pretty fucked up situation. If I am somehow your mom, I need someone to investigate that. Because I was abused somehow. I'm a moderate conservative and Jay Rudo is a socialist. Fuck yeah, dude. There's no such thing as moderate conservatives. You guys are all Nazis, dude. Hold that. Hold that dap, though. Hold that. Ow. Ow. Hold that. And yeah, and like Pierre Poilievre is like our Trump, except for he's way more annoying and stupid. Well, I don't think anyone's stupider than Trump, but he's way more of like a complaining little bitch. And he basically like he was gonna win, and then Trump was like, Governor Trudeau, Canada should become the 51st state. And then the Liberals, which is like the centrist party, they like absolutely like the polls completely shifted and the Liberals won because Polyev was such a like a MAGA dick rider, and no one kind of fucks with that. Bro, the balanced budget is the dumbest fucking shit I've ever heard in my life. A balanced budget. The fuck do we care about a balanced budget? First of all, second of all, moderate. What'd you say? What the fuck are family values, dude? My family has different values from your family. Polyev is not equivalent to Trump, dude. Lol, Polyev is actually intelligent and has a coherent political philosophy. No, he literally doesn't. His political philosophy is complaining like a little bitch about everything. He's still talking about a carbon tax that doesn't exist anymore. Jay, you're anti-balanced budgets? No, I'm not. Anytime anyone talks about balancing the budget, they don't actually mean it. It's a fucking dog whistle for sort of austerity, social provisioning austerity. So austerity for anything that sort of benefits society, right? Any sort of like welfare austerity, any sort of social safety net it's just austerity in terms of the social net safety net, while just giving massive tax breaks to corporations and to billionaires and giving them mass subsidies. There's no such thing as a balanced budget. There's no such thing as like we need austerity. When has a balanced budget ever fucking happened? The Republican Party has ran on a balanced budget or balancing the budget every fucking election, and they have increased the deficit more than the Democrats have in the last 25 years, 30 years, right? Balancing a budget isn't a real political concept. No one is going to do it. No one wants to do it. No one's going to do it. It's just, who do you actually want to provide material value for, right? Do you want to provide a robust social safety net for the working people of your nation? Or do you want to provide tax cuts and subsidies for billionaires and corporations? That's all it is. Bruh, I support social safety nets. Here in the US, we can achieve a balanced budget by decreasing our ridiculous military spending. Yeah, but it's just never going to happen. Like, yes, you can. Sure, absolutely, right? But the people who bring up balancing budget, that's like a right-wing talking point. And they never would do that, right? I agree that neither party in its current form is actually serious about balancing the budget. So that's why I get fucking annoyed about balancing. But Bill Clinton and Newt Gingrich achieved a balanced budget back in the 90s and early 2000s. It has happened before and didn't tank Social Security. It absolutely did. Oh, Social Security. No, it didn't take Social Security. I'm not talking about Social Security. Social Security is a self-funding insurance program, right? Like, Social Security is self-funding. I'm talking about welfare policy. I'm talking about the social safety net existing beyond like specifically Social Security, right? Anything like regarding food stamps or anything like that. Like government jobs programs, like everything just gets cut. I mean, literally, Bill Clinton is like the definite, like, Bill Clinton is part of like the height of that neoliberal era, that era of social, like the austerity around social provisioning. It's Reagan and Clinton that are like the two like big guys who are known for that era in the US, right? Mass cuts towards the social safety net. Obviously, you can't get rid of certain things like Social Security because it's the most popular fucking policy in the country. but also making more sort of welfare policy like means testing, right? Like, which is basically making it so like, okay, we're only going to give certain welfare policy to the absolute poorest people imaginable and then fucking shame them for having it so that we can further cut more, demonize these people to further cut so like social security or not social security, like welfare more and stuff like that. Social security is absolutely not self-sustaining. What the fuck are you talking about? Yes, it is. That's literally the entire purpose of it. Every person that works, part of their fucking paycheck has to go to Social Security. Same thing as like we have a similar system here, but it's called employment insurance and it operates a bit differently. Now, there was a trust fund for Social Security that was fully funded that isn't funded anymore. That's going to run out. But you would still get like 70 to 80% of the benefits, like of your benefits, of like your Social Security. You'd still get paid out like 70, 80% even with the trust fund running out. And the only reason why the trust fund is running out is because there's a cap on Social Security at like $180,000. So any human being in America that earns more than 108, like every dollar they earn over $180,000 is not taxed towards Social Security. I pay into Social Security every paycheck and doubt I'll ever see a dime of it, lol. Well, that's because they're trying to privatize it. If it operated in the current system as you did now, you would get it. It would pay out about 80% of what you'd get about 80% of what you'd be getting right now. Yes, but okay, Andy, do you know what the Social Security cap is? How did we get to this? Do you know what the cap on Social Security is, right? Because the trust fund is it's supposed to run out. There's the Social Security trust fund that exists. It's supposed to run out in the next, I think, 5 years. And the reason why I know all about this is because Sam Seder on the Majority Report is always talking about Social Security. So that is allowing sort of basically like to once that runs out, you'd receive about 80% of the benefits, right? So instead of getting like 100% of your return, you'd get about 80%. So you kind of need that trust fund to run to get 100% of what you kind of paid in, right? What you would receive through Social Security. Trump officials have literally openly discussed in interviews about the possibility or like how they would like to potentially privatize Social Security. They don't say it specifically, we are going to privatize Social Security. They bring up the question of, like this could be like things like this, but it is absolutely something that they are trying to do. Don't get it fucking twisted. They're talking about it. Now, can they do it? Probably not, because it is the most popular thing that the US government does. So privatizing that is going to be so unpopular. But they want to. Are you fucking kidding me? You don't think private equity is trying to get its hands on the trillions of dollars in Social Security that fucking flow through every year? Are you fucking kidding me? They want that shit more than anything. I pay it. Basically, why the trust fund is running out, which is basically what is currently being allowed 100% of your payout to when you're getting 100% of what you paid in, right? In terms of like your whatever it is, monthly payments from Social Security or whatever, which should be more. Buddy, all it takes is the start, right? I'm not saying it's going to happen, but they're literally talking about it. So don't say it's never going to happen. They will at some point. If it I don't think I don't think it would happen unless they actually were able to become like a fucking dictatorship, because it's just too popular. But if they were to basically just like elections don't matter anymore, you don't think the fucking scammer in chief is going to go after that fucking trillions of dollars of money every year? 100%, dude. 100% he would try it. Now, under a current democratic system, you can't do it because like you'll literally lose all like, the bulk of their support is coming from people in their like 50s and older. So, of course, you're not going to fucking get a lot of support from them anymore. We are far away from anything like that being feasible. Not as far as you think, trust me. These people are literally ransacking the treasury right now. Anyways, how Social Security works is you pay out whatever it is, like 5-6% of your salary or whatever, the money that you make or whatever. up to $180,000. But that's the cap. It's like 188,000 or something like that. I don't remember what the exact number is, but it's below 200,000, right? After that, every dollar you make after that cap, which is like lower than $200,000, you don't pay a fucking dime. So someone who makes $188,000 a year and someone that makes $30 million a year are contributing the same amount to Social Security. That's why the Social Security Trust Fund is running out. Is because wealthy people, because the Social Security tax burden burdens people who earn less money more. It's more of a burden on people who earn less money than it is on the wealthy. If you just made it like, okay, you're paying 6% for everything that you make, the trust fund would be fully funded. That's a reason. That is literally the reason why the trust fund is going to run out. That is the why. And if the trust fund still exists, you'll get 100% of your payouts. Anyways, that's why I have a problem with balanced budgets, because it's not a real thing. And it's not done, like a balanced budget, again, can only be achieved or whatever through mass austerity. Social Security is not, again, you pay into it. It is an insurance program. It is you pay into it to receive the benefit, right? We should have more of those programs existing through taxation and stuff like that. But it's like, you can have it with the shitty fucking, like, it still operates with the shitty fucking tax system that America has now. If you had like an actual proper fucking much larger top marginal tax rates and like a much more effective progressive tax system, you'd be able to fund a lot more shit. But, you know, the US is an oligarchy. Trust me, I've done a lot of work, a lot of research, a lot of work. Almost everything that I fucking study is about American or about neoliberalism and austerity. That's yeah, but what you have to also have to take in is that productivity has increased, right? So like that was a problem that even happened in the 80s and stuff like that. They were talking about how, you know, Social Security isn't going to it's going to collapse because the replacement rate and stuff like that isn't keeping up with you know, like the Gen X wasn't keeping up with the baby boomers, or the millennials weren't keeping up with the baby boomers, right? But worker productivity has increased so much that the ratio still it's not as impacted. Like, even though it's like a 2-to-1, it's like a 3-to-1 or something like that now, whereas it was a 2-to-1 like 40 years ago, like replacement rate or whatever. But if wages stagnate, if workers' wages do not increase at the same rate as worker productivity, then you do have a problem. And that's, of course, what has been happening in America since, like, really the 80s. But, you know, it's been exacerbated since the 2000s and the 2008 financial collapse, right? Or the financial crisis, right? But as wages stagnate and worker productivity increases, I mean, yeah, like, you're having a real problem. Well, I mean, the solution to that, Andy, is just immigration. Like, you have to be realistic about this. If you're concerned about a population rates, the solution isn't going to be, oh, we just need people to fuck more in America. It's just not going to happen. You need to have a lot of immigrants come in. That is the only logical solution to deal with declining birth rates. Hungary has tried to do their little like ethnic white supremacist population thing. You 100% correct. It's immigrate. You're 100%. I hate what the Republican Party is doing right now. I mean, they're literally trying to kill America, right? Like, they're literally trying to kill America. And if you look at like Hungary, has done all these like, because, you know, like Viktor Orban is like a Nazi. I mean, he's literally like an open anti-Semite white supremacist who says uh Hungary should be is a white nation. Um and he had all of these like there was all they passed all of these like financial incentives to have kids, like women staying home like having 4 or 5 kids, you'd get all this money, and it just completely failed because people it wasn't like their wages were increasing, so the subsidies they were getting from the government weren't enough to compensate having 4 fucking kids. So it was just like a complete failure. So the only solution is just like bring in a fuck ton of people. I actually have a guy in my program who's like a genius. Talk about someone who's gone to school ever. He's a full-on lawyer. He's a couple of years older than me. He's finished law school. He's done his year of articling. He's like been in courts. Like he's been a lawyer in courtrooms and stuff like that. And he just decided to go back and do his master's because he wanted to do more research. And he's like really big on population decline and like how and like you can determine the success of a nation and the collapse of a nation by its replacement, like by its how large its replacement rate is and stuff like that, and how the only way to sort of combat that is through mass immigration to these countries, like especially like Korea and Japan, where like they're so depressed that no one's fucking. Yeah, dude. Well, at least yeah, I agree. I mean, I do think like what a lot of immigration now to America and Canada is just migrant work, where you can just bring in these migrants, or in America, a lot of it's like illegal immigrants, and just treat them like shit. Just violate any rights that they would have if they just they're not citizens, so you can do whatever the fuck you want to them, right? And the fear of deportation means that they basically have to take it. Like you have to allow people to become legal citizens. Bro. Bro, if we had more JD Vances, America would be up in flames already. That guy's a fucking loser, dude. That guy's such a cuck, dude. I don't know how his wife stays with him. They just announced they're having another kid. He's like, yeah, dude. He's like, no, Nick Fuentes, it's cool. Call my wife all the slurs in the book. And his wife's like, you call my kids like dirty little Indians. That's sick. I actually rate that so hard. And then his wife's like, standing by him? What the fuck, dude? What if these guys are fucking losers, man? And you know what it is? Like, well, it's not JD. Like JD Vance is just lying, right? Like he's just getting the money. He's getting the Peter Thiel money, and he doesn't give a fuck what he says or what he has to do. He wants that power. He wants that money, and he'll just be a full-on white supremacist. He doesn't believe in any of this shit. We know he doesn't because he literally called Trump a fucking called Trump Hitler in 2016 or something like that. But he he is like he but there is this that thing on in the right wing, man. Like they just love, like they're the most racist motherfuckers, like these like MAGA psychos and these like far right guys like Nick Fuentes and stuff, even though Nick Fuentes is gay, so this maybe doesn't apply to him, but they all love immigrant girl chicks, like I don't know if it's a fetish thing or something like that for them, but they can't get enough, bro. They all have Vietnamese wives. It's crazy. Well, Andy, I don't want you to like, it's not a competition or anything, but you're forgetting one very, very important and discriminated against ethnic group that immigrated to America at that time as well. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, it's not a competition. It's not like, being first doesn't matter. But if we're going to talk about one ethnic group that came to America or the Americas and was treated poorly, there is one that comes to mind first above all the others. For being real here. Well, I don't know how you consider yourself. I the Italians. I don't know how you consider yourself a conservative if you're like at this point if you're pro immigration. I mean, it's just that like it's just not a conservative policy anymore. Like even like conservatives in Canada, it's not a policy anymore. They are for mass deportations. Like they're campaigning on it, right? Even guys like Mark Carney are all about like they're restricting visas and migrant work and stuff like that and like seasonal work even like it's becoming a conservative even like center right politics is anti-immigration and it's the policy position that they hold at this point. It's what they run on their campaigns on mainly. It's so I don't know. It is philosophically conservative because it is atrocious the way things ran on. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't know. I just politics adapts and moves, right? It's not like static. So what conservatism is now is not what conservatism was in like the fucking 50s or 60s. I mean, if a legal process is followed and there's vetting and an organized system, that's a lot different than what was happening under Biden admin, unfortunately, and I voted for him. Yeah, you have to have like a legal system and vetting. You just like have to have a shit ton of people doing it, right? Like what they do is basically don't hire enough immigration judges, or like people to go over people's status, where basically it can take up to like 25 years to get citizenship. So people just do it the other way. They come in illegally. They apply for asylum. They're not. They would just do it the proper way if it wasn't just a 25-year wait where I like it could be a 5-year wait before you even given status to like enter the country. And if you're coming from, let's face it, most of the people coming in are coming from countries that have been destabilized by the US over the last 50 to 60, 70, 80 years, have not allowed these countries to develop. Well, like what the fuck do you expect them to do? You know what I mean? I would do the same thing. I'd try to get in illegally and just try to live a shit life in America because it's better than living a shit life in Mexico where you can just get like the fucking cartels can just come after you and shit like that. And they do. Like my mom told me this fucked up story the other day. This super fucked up story. I agree it's not a competition, but from my most unbiased historian lens possible, I would argue Irish Catholics were mistreated more. Bro, obviously. 100%, dude. I don't like this Italianophobia you're giving out right now, dude. You always gotta think of my people first. Anyways, my mom like, and this is why I'm like, dude, like no shit, people are trying to fucking move here, right? My mom has a friend who does research in Mexico, and she was doing research on these towns um that are along the border of Mexico, the U.S. Mexican border, that are almost like they're all sort of run by the cartel and stuff like that, right? And no, listen. I know, dude. We struggled. My people struggled. My people struggled for my success. Uh, but like, dude, don't even get me wrong. The Irish, they had to experience, an intentional genocide and a famine and genocide by the British. Don't get me. I know. Don't get me wrong. And then they were treated poorly here. We don't get, anyways. So her friend was interviewing people in Mexico, and she interviewed this priest for whatever research she was doing. And he told her that there was this local soccer game that was happening one day. and one of the teams, and this not like top division or something, like a local game, but one of the teams is owned by this guy who's like adjacent to the cartels, or like he was like he worked in the cartel, or so he was part of the cartel, right? And he was kind of, I guess he was kind of higher up, and his team lost, right? They lost the soccer game, so all the fans of the team that won, they went out and went sort of like partying in the town center, right? Because I guess it was a big regional game or something like that, right? This guy, he got extremely drunk. The cartel guy who owned the team that lost, he got extremely drunk in one of the bars in the city center, saw the people partying in the center, went outside, shot 3 people and killed them, then walked into the church that's also in the city center. One of the priests came up to him to ask him what was going on. Like he went into the church. It was like there wasn't any mass, so or whatever. So the priest came and said there's no mass. He shot one of the priests dead. Then a second priest was there. And then the man, I guess, came to his senses after shooting the second priest and then spoke to the other priest for like 30 minutes and asked him like, will God forgive me for the thing? Because he just murdered 4 people for nothing. And then they spoke to the priest for 30 minutes. The priest is like talking to him the whole time thinking he's going to get shot and killed. Then the guy just walks out and is never seen again. And then a week later, or no, so the guy walks out and leaves. He never sees him again. Apparently, like an hour later, another guy from the cartel comes and says he needs all the bodies. And this guy is like even higher up in the cartel. So he comes, they get the bodies. The priest asks if they can bury them. He says no, because they have to go put them in. They bury them like they don't have a proper burial. They bury them on the side. These people can never be found, right? Their bodies can never be found because it's evidence of a murder, of a cartel murder, right? And then the guy tells the priest, "Don't worry, we're gonna your town will be protected forever. We're sorry that this happened. We're gonna handle with the other guy." And they just killed the other guy too, right? Like no shit, you're gonna want to move to America if this is your life, where you can get shot in the fucking street for celebrating your team winning a soccer game by some crazy psycho. And then who cleans up the mess? His boss. That psycho's boss. Nah, dude. And then there's stories like this all across Mexico and Latin America and stuff like that, right? Like, it's not like America's not a safe place to live, but it's safer than that. I don't know what the plight of the German Catholics were, but I claim it, I guess. I wouldn't be, proudly out here. Proudly out here aligning with the German plight, okay? Sympathizing with the plight of the Germans. I don't know if that's kind of the vibe that we should be going for, Rachel, but it's cool. You do you. Yeah, it's bad there. We have certain rules we have to follow when we travel to Mexico for work because one of our Mexico-based employees. Jesus Christ, that's crazy. Where in Mexico did that happen? Because when I went to Mexico, we were in like the southern regions, and there it's kind of chill because there's not a lot of cartel action that goes on down there because it's obviously not close to the U.S. border. So like I never, obviously I'm not like going out when I was in the city of Oaxaca City, there I kind of just stayed in like the sort of like city center area, like Central, which is like a big area of city center, which is where everything is really. So I kind of just stayed around there, didn't go to. But when I was in Huatulco, which is like a resort area, I was walking around anywhere at all times of night. Felt fine, like completely safe. There's a bunch of tourists around, a bunch of locals around, because it's south. It's just a resort area. Like there's not much traffic going. Monterrey, yeah, no, Monterrey is bad. I know Monterrey is not. That's north, right? That's not good. That's fucking terrifying. Jesus Christ. Although apparently Mexico City like is sick. My mom says like she's been to Mexico a million times for work and stuff like that. And she's like Mexico City is like her favorite city in the world. Obviously, there's parts you can't go, but the parts you can go are like incredible. So that is definitely one place I'd love to go. Oh my God. I've been streaming for over an hour and I haven't even done anything. Wow. Cool. Yeah. Well, Andy, as long as you still play with Legos, you're cool with me, dude. Going there this summer? Yo, GG's, dude. GG's, Rachel. Yo, you get kidnapped, you let them know. Jay Rudo will pay the ransom. You let them know. He's got the funds. I'm probably gonna head out soon. I still have some more schoolwork to get done today. I promise maybe by next week I will actually do something on stream. Maybe possibly by next week I will actually have a plan for my streams. But as of right now, I just like getting on and, you know, whatever it is. This week we talked about politics. Kind of cringe if you ask me. I already do that every fucking day. But you know what? It was fun. And that's all that matters. Anyways, I'm gonna head out. Take care. Peace. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. I'll be back on next week at least one time. And yeah, I'll see you then.